Hello, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a paper dove out of cardstock paper. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. All the materials will be linked below the video along with the template for Cricut, Silhouette, and other cutting machines. You will need 7 sheets of paper to make this bird, and you can find the folder, sizing, and counts to see how many of each pattern you'll need. First, we'll be starting with building the body. I also have this olive leaf and it's optional, but I colored it with green marker, and this will be for the dove holding it at the end. You also need to get the wing and this long rectangle piece cut, and you'll be adding the wire onto this long strip and attach it onto the wing. Make sure the wings are going the same direction. Glue the wing to the middle of the strip and add the other side wing up to the middle as well. You could bring up the wings around the center. Then have the 2 dove cutouts, and we'll be sliding them perpendicular to each other, and the tabs will help keep things in place. Start with the tabs near the head of the bird on the top and glue the tabs towards the top. It should crisscross at an angle from both tabs. Then put the wings in between the 2 and make sure the wavy side of the wing goes towards the head. Then add a little glue on both sides to attach the wings as close to where the 2 shapes meet. Shape the wings up so that the wing shape starts at the top of the body. Then add the tabs on the tail side and make the bigger tabs go up and attach. Then the bottom of the tail also have 2 tabs, and glue that on the bottom. Next, this is optional, but I wanted to turn my paper dove into a Christmas tree topper, so I'll be adding a thicker floral wire on the bottom so I could stick it on top of the tree. You could also do a thinner floral wire to make the actual feet, or just opt out on the feet and just place on top of a wooden circle like a sculpture. If you are adding the floral wire, I added the wire with a small strip of rectangle piece, and this is labeled as the leg file, and you could add this on the side of the body. Then you could reshape the floral wire so that it could angle the bird. Then cut 1 page of the body file, which is a bunch of strips, and you'll need all the strips it makes, including the ones that are connected. You'll need to cut the strips off that are connected and keep all of them. Then take 1 strip and make it into a circle that will wrap around the middle on above the wings towards the head of the bird. You want to get it as close to the wing and try to get the circle to fit snug onto the body. The second strip will go around the middle, but on the bottom of the wing, but as close to the wing as possible as well. If the circle pieces move around, you could also slightly glue them on the sides to keep them in place, but try to keep the circular shape. Then the third strip will go on the tail wing side, and the strip will be going on the left side close to the wing. Then glue onto the second strip and wrap around to the other side, but make sure to meet this on the middle of the top side and glue. Next, we will be gluing the right side on the tail wing side and doing the same thing and wrap around, making sure it meets at the head top side. Then go on the side below the wing towards the tail side and also let it meet on the top and wrap around. This will make the strip go down the same way as the Dove 1 file. The next strip will be going down the same way as the Dove 2 file, going from the belly side to the wing side. Next strip will be going from the tail, and it naturally wraps around, going diagonally around the belly side, and let it naturally wrap around the top side. Then the next strip will be going on the left tail side, and let that also naturally wrap around. Then I start my next strip on the bottom tail side and let it wrap towards the wing side and let that naturally wrap towards the head top side. Do the same but going the other way. From here, we are trying to cover any gaps we have with the leftover strips. I filled in some gaps in the center of the wing side and some gaps on the side below the wing. Go ahead and finish all the strips left by filling in any gaps you see. Once you are done with the body, I fully cover the body with masking tape. Next will be the beak. There is a small point and you want to crease the middle point to the side and do the same to the other side. Then glue those tabs together. Then I bring up the corners where the cut was and I glue around the rim of this and attach it to the face of the bird towards the top. Then I added some masking tape just to secure it. Next will be the feathers. There are 2 sizes of each feather type, and you can check how many you need of each size and how I set up my page in the folder labeled sizing and counts. After you have them all cut, I make extra small cuts on the bottom. It only takes about 5 cuts of fringes, and they are just small fringes that help mimic the feather look. You want to do a more special cut for the wing feathers. There are also 2 different sizes for this, and I like to just make some extra diagonal cuts going along the edge, and I also like to stack 4 at a time when I make these extra cuts. Starting with the tail, you'll need 7 of the bigger wing feathers, and that will be for the tail. I start in the middle and add the remaining 6 evenly on the left and the right side, overlapping them but slightly fanning them out. Then take the feather 2 bigger size and start from the belly side right near the tail. Then measure out the feather, and I felt 3 was enough, and you can just tear it after you measure them. And when you go on the next one, you will be going in between the first and measure and glue what fits side to side. It's kind of like a pyramid, so it is going in between. And we are doing this with the big feathers going towards the floral wire, which will be our center. And you'll be also doing this on the back side where the wings are and going up to the center near the wings as well. If you need to add single ones in between to fill in, or if it has an awkward angle, you could add the feather 1 bigger size in between wherever you need. Once you're done with all the bigger size feathers up to the middle section, you can start adding the smaller ones the same way. When it gets closer to the face, you want to continue the same direction until the beak. And after the beak, you want to continue the way from the top side and go down towards the beak. This is where you'll need to use the single feathers, and this is for the small size. All the feathers should go towards the beak at the end. I also added the olive leaf on the beak. Next, we will work on the wing. Starting with the small wing feather, I start closest to the body, and you need 6 small ones and 13 bigger ones to evenly glue on one wing, and then another set of 6 small ones and 13 big ones for the other wing. Make sure the bigger ones eventually start shaping towards the body so it is also fanning out. Then do the same to the left wing. Then use the feather 2 small size and line that along the original wing line, and you want to line this all the way towards the tip. Then do the inner wing side the same direction with the smaller feather 2 pattern. Next, get the small feather 1, and you want the fringes on both sides for this, only for the wings, and glue the middle of the shape so that we could fold it over on the edge of the wing to cover the front and inner side of the wing. Next, this is optional, but I wanted to add some eyes, and I thought these needles would be perfect to poke in on top of the beak. And you could do these with black needles or white needles. I felt my black needle that I found was just a tad too small. The white one was the right size. So if you can find the right size for the black needles to make your eyes, that'll be better. You can now have the wings open or up and add this to your Christmas tree topper or as an ornament. I think they will also pair really well with paper flowers too, so try making them yourself. Please like this video below and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.